Taylor Swift has achieved massive success since releasing her self-titled debut album in 2006. Hits like Love Story and You Belong With Me shot her to superstardom, and critically acclaimed albums like 2012's Red and 2014's 1989 only confirmed her solid gold future in the industry. But along with the Grammy and Billboard award-winning singer-songwriter's success came controversy, from riffs with some of the industry's most popular acts to poorly received music. These days, Swift may be attracting the wrong kind of attention. So what's going on? Here's why fans aren't listening to Taylor Swift anymore. Famous made her infamous. The Taylor Swift-Kanye West feud can be traced back to 2009 when the rapper interrupted her acceptance speech at the MTV VMAs. But the pair's bad blood boiled over in 2016 when West released his song Famous, which featured the line, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous." The rapper was blasted for the lyrics, with many people deeming them misogynistic, but he maintained that Swift had approved the song long before its release. Swift, however, claimed otherwise and slammed West for the line in a fiery speech at the 2016 Grammy Awards.
There are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments.
That was when West's wife, Kim Kardashian, released the alleged footage of the singer speaking to West about the song. Needless to say, the incident subjected Swift to major backlash, with social media users, including Kim, trolling her with snake emojis. The trouble with September. There are few cover songs that can top the originals, especially when it comes to R&B. Some might say Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You and Aretha Franklin's Respect are honorable mentions. But others, like Earth, Wind & Fire's classic hit September, can never be outdone, no matter who tries to do it. Unfortunately, Swift found that out the hard way after sharing her cover of September in April 2018, as fans took to Twitter to express their extreme displeasure with her version of the tune. Even Allee Willis, who co-wrote the song, said it was a very calm and somewhat boring take of one of the peppiest, happiest, most popular songs in history. Yikes. There's a new act in town. Cardi B took the world by storm when she released her chart-topping single Bodak Yellow in 2017, and there's a good chance she poached a lot of fans from more than a few entertainers. In fact, by the time Cardi's debut album Invasion of Privacy rolled around in April 2018, she was surpassing records that were only held by Swift with her LP. According to People, the album garnered 100 million streams on Apple Music in just over a week, and it's the platform's 5th most streamed album of all time. That's reportedly more than double the amount of streams held by Swift for her Reputation album. But there aren't any harsh feelings between the two, as Swift sent Cardi flowers in 2017 to congratulate the rapper on her success. Additionally, Cardi later raved about her love for the singer in an interview with People. Swift might even be able to grab some of those fans back with a future collab. Skipping the tunes for the app. Who needs to stream Swift's music when you can actually interact with her in real life? Perhaps that's the idea the singer had in mind when she partnered up with Glu Mobile, the same company that created the hugely successful games Kim Kardashian Hollywood and Nicki Minaj Empire, to design her app, The Swift Life, which was released in December 2017. The app gives her fans exclusive access to her own social network, where they get photos, videos, and news updates directly from the singer herself. So now maybe there's a little less music streaming and more sending fellow Swifties adorable Taymojis. Missing in action. Swift mysteriously disappeared from the public eye in the middle of 2017, purging traces of herself from several of her social media accounts and her website, which left fans guessing regarding her whereabouts. By the time the fall rolled around, Swift was still MIA and had only released one single, Look What You Made Me Do, from her then upcoming album Reputation. Elvis Duran, host of Z100's Elvis Duran in the Morning Show, attempted to clarify Swift's retreat, explaining, "In the past, she's been out there giving away pieces of her life, and people have run with it and maybe taken advantage of it. I think it might have burned her to a degree." Luckily, Swift later returned to the public eye, but considering she reportedly hadn't done any promotion for her project around its release, it's safe to say many people just didn't know she was releasing any music. Locking it down. Swift has had major rifts with streaming giants, including Apple Music and Spotify. After pulling her music from the platforms, she opened up about her issues with them in a 2014 op-ed for the Wall Street Journal. She wrote, "Music is art, and art is important and rare. It's my opinion that music should not be free, and my prediction is that individual artists and their labels will someday decide on what an album's price point is. I hope they don't underestimate themselves or undervalue their art." She went to blows with Apple Music the following year as well, expressing her dissatisfaction that the platform wouldn't pay artists for music that users listened to during their free trials. She eventually mended fences with both streaming services, but the short absence may have hurt her in the long run.